welcome to Doggy Style TV. So we're at Spaw, one of downtown Toronto's finest grooming salons. And I'm here with Eve, the proprietor. And I want to know all about your company and how you started and who you are, Eve.
Okay, well, we opened 7 years ago. We've grown pretty rapidly over the last 7 years. It started with just myself and another person, and now we're at a staff of 18. We're very lucky. The community has really embraced us, and we've grown pretty rapidly from our humble beginnings, and are now opening a new space.
Yeah, because you're in King Street West, which was what we call Liberty Village, and it is booming with dogs now.
It is.
So,
yeah.
so it's no surprise that your growth is so rapid.
Yeah, well, we're very lucky. I grew up in this neighborhood over the last 15 years and really watched it grow from being in the park like 15 years ago with my dog, where there was 3 dogs in Stanley Park, where now on any given afternoon there's like 50 or
wow,
40, 50 dogs. So it's
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, with all the condos coming in and everything else.
Yeah.
This is such a great place.
We were lucky enough to be able to purchase the buildings beside us. So we're opening a new retail locations to provide more services and more value to our current clients. We want to be able to provide nutrition as well as, any of the other needs that any owner would need for their dog.
And that makes sense because, you're grooming, you're seeing the dog's coats, and it's only normal that you would want to offer the nutrition that supports a good skin
healthy,
and coat, right?
Yeah.
Right? So that makes that's perfect combination. And what do you think is the key to success? Because anyone can open a place and call themselves great groomers, but there are always these key ingredients that keep people coming back and companies like you growing so rapidly.
I think it's really the staff. Like, we really have an amazing, caring staff. Their hearts are really in it. They really care and want to know about your dog and what you need and what your needs are. And I think it just goes a really long way. It's not about dollars and cents. Everybody who works here, you almost didn't have to pay them to come to work. So they really love what they do. They're really passionate about dogs and the quality of their work. They really like to make sure that they're taking care of people and consistently producing a good product.
Now, I want to know about your personal life. I know you do triathlons.
Yeah, I needed an outlet. I was working a little too much. I became Spaw for the first couple of years, so needed an outlet. I had a client who did triathlons for charity, and she mentioned one that she was doing a few years ago and did it and fell in love. So I did my first Ironman distance triathlon last year, and this year I'm competing again in Mont Tremblant in hopes of qualifying for the Hawaii Kona Ironman in the fall.
So for viewers who don't know what Ironman or triathlons are, tell them a bit about what it's like.
So it's a swim, bike and run consecutively, a race, and the Ironman distance is 4-kilometer swim, 180-kilometer bike ride, and then a full marathon to top it off. So
what's that, 26 kilometers?
It's 42 kilometers.
Holy.
Yeah. So it takes a lot of training. So and a lot of commitment of time. So I'm very fortunate that that I'm able to do something that I love during the day, and then I have a staff that supports me to be able to do my training as well.
This is what I was going to say. I mean, you're obviously, your place and establishment is obviously in good hands, right?
Yeah.
So that is so wonderful.
Yeah.
So I want to go around, and I think you're going to actually do a groom for us today.
Yes.
That would be actually fantastic. Yeah. Do you actually have a favorite dog to groom, or?
Oh, you can't ask me that, because I love them all. I really do. But what I really enjoy, and this might sound weird to people, but I like really difficult dogs, like the dogs that have had behavioral problems, the dogs that bite. It doesn't have to be a particular breed, but I do enjoy working with them, because that's a real opportunity for to develop a relationship, and you feel really good at the end. You're like, wow, I took this dog from being so frantic and so afraid of the grooming process, and now I can hand him off to another groomer, and it's like this dog didn't have any issues. So it's really gratifying for me. And I think the second sort of grooming experience that I really like, maybe again not a specific breed, but I love doing the really funky haircuts. Doing, like, we have a gentleman who brings his dog in. He loves basketball. So the Miami Heat was his team, and they won. So we did the Miami Heat logo in the side of his dog.
That's great.
So just fun stuff like that.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, because I see a lot of dogs that get painted now, and they have pet paint, right? So that's actually non-toxic for the dogs. And actually, it doesn't surprise me that you say you like the difficult dogs. It's a triathlon cannot be any more difficult or challenging. So your personality is obviously along the same vein. With that. But I know what you mean. I'm the same way. I like the challenge, because I think we're here to be challenged, right? And some of us have these gifts that we know how to deal with it, which is really great.
It's a great opportunity to give. Like, it's somewhere where you really, really can help someone and add value. It's so scary, I think, for owners when they have a dog that's in that sort of high anxiety place, and they go to a grooming salon, and they don't know what to do with it. Is there something that happened before? Is there something I can be doing at home that could be helping this? Like, they have so many questions, and oftentimes they don't get these answers, or they don't have someone that's willing to work and build a relationship with their dog. So you end up at a vet clinic with a vet who's just going to give them a little nap, and while they're sleeping, now we're doing a haircut. And it's not necessarily the answer, because there's still the fear there.
Sure.
It's very expensive to do, and it's really hard on your dog's body to be giving it, all the anesthetics. So I really like that I can give that.
I know what you mean. I was working with a Shiba Inu that also had a lot of fear and anxiety issues, and it's amazing when I start training him, and a week later I already see the changes. So it's, of course, you hope that the owners will also carry through with the training that you've done and the work that you've been doing on them. And in fact, what I like to do, even when I had my bigger dogs and they were on the point of passing, and I didn't know whether I needed to put them down, or whether they should just live till they live, till they don't want to anymore. So I actually consult pet communicators. So for the viewers who do have anxietal dogs, know that there are people that can help you with this. And I know some people don't believe in this kind of thing, but over and time again, I have seen how valuable that information of, one of my pet communicator friends talking to their pets have made such a difference. So, that I'll actually give you their numbers. You can pass it to your customers, right?
And it would have even been helpful for me recently. I had one of my pets that I had to finally say goodbye to, and it was really hard. I feel like that's a real anxious spot for people either. When do you know when it's time? And you don't necessarily want to bring them to the vet like half already gone, like it's not.
I know it's hard.
Pleasant.
And I'm sorry for the passing of your dog. I know how difficult that is. I think we all know that. And you're right. And there's nothing more challenging than looking for those answers. And so, again, there is help, and there are people that can help you through this process. And it's very important. So without further ado, we're going to step into your grooming salon and see what you're going to create for us today.
Okay, great. dogs left. Oh, that's good. Yeah, amazing. Thank you, buddy. A lot of times owners come in that have natural coats and they want us to shave them down for the summer because of hot spots. A lot of the time, that's what people are concerned with. I feel like you have to be very careful because those natural coats are there to protect them against the elements also. So sometimes I'll recommend like a combination of things. If they're adamant and they want us to do it, I'll try and do it and leave a little bit of hair so at least they have some protection, or else the places that they are more typically getting hot spots, we'll take that area nice and short because it's more about the moisture that's there. So that coat being short, it's much easier for them to keep it to dry and clean. So like with Goldens, for instance, we'll shave from their ears and do like a little bib because hot spots can happen in there. Or sometimes bellies if they want the skirt and the belly really short. But if you want to really do some nice things for your dogs in the summer for hot spots, you just have to groom them more frequently. It's when that dog comes out of the lake too, maybe it's worthwhile to just dry him, like a lot of times it'll be still really wet under his neck. It's a combination of like moisture and the heat and bacteria that's probably in the water that's still on his coat. So yeah, there's lots you can do to help with hot spots. It doesn't have to be shaving it down because the coat's really important. This is Winston. Winston is actually a staff dog. So I'm lucky enough to kind of get to do whatever it is that I want with him. He gets a mohawk, and we're gonna attempt to do a little leopard print on him today.
All right.
So, yeah. First, we always have to do the sanitary stuff. So the nails, the ears, the pads.
How small the paws are.
I know, so little.
I'm scared of cutting. You can't cut a dog with that machine, can you?
Yeah, if you don't know how to handle it properly, sure you can. You can still cause injury with one of these if you put the clipper in the wrong way. There's a little webbing that happens in between each one of their pads, so you have to be careful not to get it in there.
My hair is sticking up like this already. So now you're going to clean his ears?
To clean his ears, I did his nails earlier today.
And you just use alcohol, rubbing alcohol for that?
No, we use an ear solution that is not alcohol based. I find it's less drying and less irritating to the ears. Now obviously if they have sensitive ears or some irritation, a lot of times we won't even do it and we'll have the owners have the dog go to a vet and get it looked at.
How far deep can you go in an ear without disturbing the actual
Well, the nice thing is we get this question a lot. Owners are really nervous about cleaning their ears because they don't want to stick something in there and cause some pain because it happens to you. You put Q-tip in your ear and it's quite painful. The dog's ears are built, anatomy is built slightly different. So you can really put your fingers right in there. You can get a Q-tip right inside the ear. The actual eardrum itself is built like a hockey stick. It comes down and then to the side, and the eardrum is here. So when you're putting your finger in there to clean, you're not going to cause any damage or discomfort to the dog. Can I have a bath? I know, little buddy.
It's good to to massage the dogs, yeah?
Oh yeah. This is a nice little like bonding thing for them, and I feel like it takes off the edge and the anxiety a little bit if you're really, you know, giving them some love.
Do you use a different shampoo for the head?
Yeah.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah. We use a tear-free, although nothing is tear-free really.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
Yeah, you still have to be careful. That's why the last thing we put soap on is the face, and it's the first thing to rinse. And you still have to use something like this that's going to be really targeted to not. There we go. Good boy. Okay. I'm going to apologize for this in advance, little buddy. I'm really sorry. Sorry, buddy. Again, once more.
Especially these big-eyed dogs, they must have like super sensitivities to their eyes.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. Even ears. Like ears, I find a lot, like we have to put cotton in their ears for ones that are are getting chronic ear infections. Like, then, because you know it's the same thing. You can't wash shampoo off the skin; it makes an irritation. You get some soap in the ear and you don't rinse it off, you're going to cause an ear infection. So, okay, little buddy, I think you're good.
Now the arts and crafts begin. What is he?
He's a Chihuahua Yorkie.
You're kidding.
I know.
Chihuahua Yorkie. Actually, he looks like a Chihuahua Yorkie.
All right.
Oh, he's shaking.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay, Wynn. Don't worry. You're gonna look super good too.
He's like, I'm always shaking.
Yeah.
So now you have to brush him out, of course.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have that much hair, so not a big brush out. And I'm gonna set some lines. This is an experimental groom, so we'll see what.
So the final effect is gonna be a mohawk?
A mohawk, yes. And we're doing a backwards haircut on him with our clipper. I don't normally do this, but he's got a coat that lays really flat. So it helps us a little bit with that.
I think people are born to do this kind of work, don't you? It's like hairdressers.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta be really good and precise and know what you're doing, you know?
I think you also have to have a good feel for animals and energy, what, you know, how they're feeling and what's going on with them. Because not everybody gets the cues, right? Of you know, I'm upset, or I'm just trying to push my boundaries.
Well, that's what differentiates a good groomer from a not so good groomer, I guess.
Yep.
And you can always tell when the dogs like the groomers, you know?
Yeah. It's true, you can. tried to do this before, but she wants to do a leopard print. So I don't know what this is gonna look like. We're gonna soon find out.
With a clipper?
Yeah.
Oh, not with paint.
No.
Oh.
We'll use some paint after, but we shall see how this is gonna turn out. I don't know if this is gonna be short enough. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
So you're trying to make like these spots?
Like the spots, yeah. Isn't gonna be short enough. Okay, this is a 10. And I don't want to go backwards on anything shorter.
Maybe you should just paint the spots on him.
Well, because he's got a dark coat. It's hard to do on a dark coat.
Oh yes, you have to get right down to the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna do it. If he had a white coat.
It kind of looks like a spot from here. Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Fantastic. He looks like a leopard.
Do you have
Or
a 30?
A cheetah.
Do you have a 30 I could borrow?
Yeah. Well, actually, can I get one of your 30s?
Yeah, any kind of 30. Sweet. Thank you, Megan.
Does 30 go shorter?
No, it's what I was using. It's just this one's hot, and I only have a...
He looks fantastic. So far, so good, Eve. You, my friend, are a true artiste.
Hey, Jen. Can I ask you a question about leopard prints? I'm trying to do leopard print on Winston here. I need your expert advice. Does this look leopard printy to you? I don't know. Or does it just look like squares? I'm getting there. What can I do to make them more leopardy? I don't know. Like that, right?
Like little C's?
Like a C. Okay.
I would do like 3 parts to them if I do it all down there.
Got it. Thanks, Jen.
third.
And then maybe I'll just do a little orange. Actually, that's coming out pretty good. Yeah, bow pens.
Are those for dogs or can it be any kind of a pen?
It's for, they're just regular blow pens that you would use for yourself. We use them in like competitions for temporary dye.
And it's non-toxic for the dog?
It's non-toxic, yeah.
It takes a lot of time and patience to do a dog, huh?
Oh, does it ever?
I can't even imagine.
It's amazing how people think they're going to come and drop off their dogs and come back in half an hour. It's quite the process. You know, when you go to your hairdresser doesn't wash your whole body, dry your whole body, do your nails, do your ears, check your bum, give you a Brazilian. No, nah. So.
Scissors must be so scary to work with.
They're almost like driving after a while or riding a bike. They become like a part of you. Orange. We're gonna put some orange.
Like Edward Scissorhands. Winston, you have no idea what's happening to you right now. Oh wow, so what's that mechanism? Tell me.
Oh, it's just to blow the marker.
Oh, you blow it. Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, where does somebody pick something like that up? Of course you can't tell me right now.
Okay, you guys, what do you think? Does this look like leopard spots?
Awesome.
Yeah? Leopard spots?
Oh yeah.
I'll touch it up a little bit more, but it's pretty leopard spotty.
Pretty darn awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I spent half of my life in art school, so this is just like a new medium.
Oh, well, you never told us that before.
So now Winston's got leopard spots. Do you think we should do them on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, both sides? Okay. So it looks good on this side. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Winston. Mom likes all of this, so we're gonna leave his funny little head. Next time we'll do some stars or something cool. But leopard I think is fun.
What other kind of prints have you done before?
I've done mostly logos. Like I've done Virgin, I've done Miami Heat. We did somebody who was, for the World Cup, we did the Italian flag on a dog. These like weddings, lots of like ears and tails to match the bridal party, stuff like that. So yeah, it's fun. So he's all done. Voila.
Way to go!
Winston, who's there, buddy?
Oh, Winston, you don't know how good you look, my friend.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's awesome, Eve.
It's very rock star.
But let's go check it out. Let's go show Anastasia her dog.
thinks.
Like, what about working on?
Dun, 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 drum roll, please.
Hey, Anna, you want to see your leopard dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that probably doesn't really. Oh, it's so cute! Hi, Weasel. Oh, hi, Pumpkin.
Right?
Hi. Hi.
He's so
How are
sweet.
ya?
I was so nervous to do it. See, the second side that I did turned out really,
That side's better,
Because
yeah.
that's the second one I did. That was the first one I did.
Hi. Hi. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
We should do some tats on him next time. We'll do like anchors on stuff.
stars.
Yeah.
Any piercings on your dog?
No.
We did, we like bejeweled his ears last year, and I was driving to Montreal that night and I didn't take it off, and so many people looked at me like at the rest stops and stuff because they see me with tattoos and stuff and they'd like assume that I pierced my dog's ears. And I'm like,
But it wasn't. Yeah. We just did
Stuck-ons.
little stick-ons. Yeah.
He had the stars on his bum
Bum.
and then like the little things on his ears. Winston, don't climb out the window.